Hello, and welcome to the Fearless Learner podcast. This is episode number 3. Today is November 11th, 2012. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. And my name is Courtney. You can also find me as Stitches Please on Plurk and Ravelry. This week, it feels like I just recorded because I record on Tuesday, so I don't have much going on this week. I worked Thursday. I went to the local yarn store and for knit night. Yesterday I went also to a local yarn store with my friend Leslie, and we hung out and just knitted and spun. Well, I spun. And just now we went to the mall. I actually recorded this morning, and I kind of was like in a slump, and oh yeah, it's early. So I decided to re-record, which is a good thing because I had stuff in the mail, which is really exciting, and picked up myself up some Starbucks. Apple spice. I can't handle caffeine. I get really sick and too hyper. Well, let's jump into my knitting. Finished objects. I have one. I can show you. It's for someone in my family for a Christmas present. And I started a new project. I can show you. It's for someone in my family, and I found out he watches with my mom sometimes, apparently. So I don't want to spoil anything. I decided to record a special Christmas episode. We'll have a Christmas special right before I leave for Arizona. So 5 more weeks and I'm gone for a week. So other whips I have are the awesome triangle wrap by Vicky Howe from Knit Sample Spring Summer 2012, and I made significant progress. I once again put a stitch marker in to see how much progress I would get done this week, and here is the stitch marker. Oops. And oh, it's so big and awkward to hold. This is how much I got done. Not bad. It's growing. I have over 260 stitches on here, and I need 6 more rows to start the border, and then I start the border, and you get to pick between 3. I'm picking millipedes, and you end up with 317 stitches to bind off, and you do a picot bind off. I've never done a millipedes border or a picot bind off, so once I get to the border, I hope it gets more fun and interesting. And I'm knitting this out of Patton's Classic Wool in the Aran colorway on size 9 5.5 millimeter needles. I am thinking of dyeing this after I knitted it. I don't know if anybody ever done that. Let me know if you have and how that works. I'd be interested to find out. It's very boring. That was the only color I had enough yarn from. I would have a horrible stash, like really. It's very small and it's all one skeins. And that one I had Sweater's Worth for whatever reason, I don't know. One of my knitting goals for 2013, no one skein wonders. No one skein, not one skein wonders. I don't want to buy just one skein of something unless I'm buying it specifically for a hat or socks because I don't have a lot of sock yarn. I'm still new at buying yarn. My yarn stash is still growing and I'm still building it, so I want to build it smarter because I just got rid of my beginning stash, if that makes sense. Next, my show notes are covered, are my basic rip socks by Kate Ackerley, and I got corrected. It's called Plymouth Yarn and stiletto base, and I don't have a name or color for you because I ripped the label right over it. But it's 70% superwash merino, 23% nylon, and 7% lurex, which is the sparkly in it. And I upgraded to a different bag. Yes, I got a hoe. That's a good looking hoe. I went to the TARDIS bag to the hoe because I got a little crowded in the TARDIS bag, and I finished the first sock. And my cats are chasing each other, so you might hear some background noise. But here it is. And I have big feet. So I made some stupid mistake. This is size large knitted. It's 64 stitches. I'm still relatively new to sock knitting, so I do go by my patterns for the most part. I don't digress from patterns at all. I follow them to the T most of the time. Like changing something's for me like, ooh, like I know it's a fearless knitter. That means I'll knit any pattern. Doesn't mean I'll change any pattern, not for me at least. I'm not a designer, don't have desire to be a designer, so I follow them. I trust the designers. But anyway, what I was talking about is 64 stitches, large. Heel turn I did on Thursday at midnight, and I had the pattern on my phone since I ran out of ink and couldn't print it. And with talking to all the people and turning a heel, I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but I went to size medium. So when I decreased my gusset, I went to 60. I know my leg was 64. Why did it decrease to 60? And I was wondering why my, when you pick up for the gusset, I was like, this is not adding up. And yeah, you were doing the wrong size. Anyway, so yeah, go me. The toe I changed. It says to knit 8 stitches, draw the yarn through the remaining stitches, and tighten it like you would do with the top of a hat. I didn't like that at all, that idea. I was like, what? I've never done a toe like that, and I didn't want to start now. And it seemed like my big toe could wiggle its way out of that hole. So I Kitchenered instead. I left 16 stitches and then Kitchenered. I've never had issues with Kitchener, and I know it pretty well by heart, so I just went to town, and I got halfway done, and I was like, what in the world? I could put my thumb through the hole. So I took out what I had so far, restarted, and I still had small tiny holes and gaps. So what I did is when I wove in the end, I did a whip stitch, kind of, sort of, something in that nature. But I don't know why my Kitchener was doing that. But you can see the sparkle, and you can see all the red, which I talked to some people and they say they must have meant to do that because it's just too much for it to be not right. But I think it makes it look dirty. My lighting is getting a little wonky because it's 2 here. It's already getting dark. Like it's already the sun is already at a weird angle. But that's the first sock. And this morning I casted on the second sock to prevent second sock syndrome that I suffer of a lot. But here's the yarn. And that's what I got so far. Something small. It looks like it's going to be really close matching. I'm not trying at all because there were too many stripes to try and match that. But that'd be cool if it matches. It matches. Onto my spinning. I have so much spinning to show. I been spinning for my friend Pam. She asked me to spin her Into the World BFL in the vegetable medley colorway. And I finished the first half. That's not the first half. You didn't see that. If I showed it, I don't know. This is the first half. So this is how it looks like on my bobbin. Or her bobbin. And this is how thin. Can you see it? Very thin. Very pretty. I don't want to fall in love with it because it's not mine, so I love spinning it though. It's a lot of fun. And then the second half I decided to spin it fractally because she did ask, or I asked her how she wanted it spun, and I asked what about barber pull, and she's like, oh, the more the merrier. So I spun fractally, or I'm spinning fractally. So what I did is when I first undid the braid, I split it in half lengthwise, and then the first half I started spinning from green. So then the second half I split lengthwise again 3 times, and I'm spinning it from green, and then I joined the next one green, and then the next one from green. It spins from green to purple. Like you can see, here's purple on the very bottom. It started with green. So that's the second half what I got so far. Let's see a good part where I can show you how thin. It's pretty thin. I still have some thick and thin going on. It's just practice to get consistent, I suppose. But I'm sorry, putting them on the floor and I don't want to clean them. This is what I have left of the second split from the second half. So I spun the first half, and then from the second half, I have 1.5 stripes left. Strips. So this is half of one. And then, sorry about the crinkling. This is the other half. So this is all I have left to spin. And it's really thin because it's split 3 times, so it goes pretty fast. But I love spinning it. And so that's that. On to enabling already. It might be short. On Thursday at the yarn shop, she received my order. She had a color that I wanted, but it was in the sport and I needed it in worsted. So I got Cascade Superwash, 220 Superwash. It's 100% superwash wool. And I got a yellow and a red. And they don't have color names. They do on the website, but I don't remember what they were. And on the label it just says $8.21 and $8.93. They are for a Christmas present, so I can't tell you what they're going to make or why yellow and red. I don't know if he watches. He might, but that's that. If you are into the World Fiber Club or Yarn Club or Lux Club and you don't want to see the colorway, look away for a hot minute, because I received my shipment right when I went to the mall and I had recorded this morning. I was like, oh, I have something else to talk about now. I received my classic, I'm in the classic club, November. It's Corriedale. And I've spun Corriedale before. That was actually my very, very, very first. It was undyed Corriedale from Maryland Sheep and Wool that turned more into unspun coils. It's very chunky, art yarny, and it's falling apart if you would knit with it. But this is called Arohemoji. I'm pretty sure that's Japanese. But if you scan the code, the QR code with your, I can do it with my iPhone, it will take you to their website and it will tell you information about the sheep. It will tell you how you should spin it, how you should dye it, how you should knit with it. It's very informative and very helpful, and I love the colors. It's green, yellow, orange, light red to very dark purpley red. Very, very pretty. I will put the inspiration picture at the end of my of this video, just because I think it's very important to show how well she matches her inspiration picture to the actual finished project. This inspiration picture, I know last month in my blog I was saying, oh, this is the last nature inspired, because she has inspirations and I thought they were 3 months. I joined at the very first installment of the nature and I thought it was 3 months, but I got a 4th one that's nature inspired, so I don't actually know how long the installments are. And this one is for, it's a tree that's in all fall colors and it looks like it's on fire to me. So she matched really, really good. If you never owned Into the World, as you can tell, I'm an Into the World junkie. I love, love, love her fiber. And I have one of her Manchester yarns, sock yarns. It's an MCN Merino Cashmere Nylon. I haven't knit with it because I haven't found the perfect project for it. I don't know if I want cashmere on my feet. That just seems, it's too luxurious to be on my feet, but it might, I might have to use it for that. The next thing I have to talk about is for my friend Leslie. She's Pixie Knits, and she's the host of the Knitting Game and Other Stuff podcast, and she asked me to talk about this, and I'd be more than happy to. I printed out the email she sent me, so I'm going to read this to you. It is called the Armed Forces Fiber Fanatics, or also known as AF3 Charity Sock Yarn Club. In honor of Veterans Day, the Knitting Game and Other Stuff weekly video web series, in cooperation with Lollipop Yarns, Fiber Nymph Dye Works, Ink Knits, Diabolical Yarn, and Another Crafty Girl, is proud to announce the Armed Forces Fiber Fanatics Charity Sock Yarn Club. The net proceeds generated from the club will be evenly donated to the Wounded Warrior Project and the USO. It is projected that the AF3 Charity Sock Yarn Club will generate over $1,000 in funds split evenly for the two organizations. Each month of the club, members will receive a single skein of custom-dyed sock yarn from each of the independent dyers. And those are some really good dyers. If you have ever seen their yarn, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. The dyers are drawing inspirations from the various branches of the armed forces. The different colorways will be released in the order of the service birthday. The club will run from January through May, with the final colorway being inspired by the Star Spangled Banner. In addition to the single skein option, members can also choose a project bag option for an additional fee. The base price for club members will range from $21 to $29, and the bag option will be an additional $20 each month. Membership for the club will be awarded via a lottery if more than 29 individuals sign up for the club. To submit your information for membership in the club, interested individuals should visit myordinaryjourney.com /AF3-SOC-club. Not dash. Yeah, dash. I'm going to link it because I'm not sure if it's dash or hyphen. But I'm definitely going to link it, and I'm also in my Ravelry group. I'm going to make a post with this copied and pasted into it. I think, sign-ups for the club will run from November 7th through November 21st. And club members will be invoiced for the club membership on the 5th of the month, beginning on January 5th, 2013, with a shipping date for the yarn or yarn bag option on the final Saturday of each month. I signed up for the lottery for just the yarn, not the bags, because I'm also planning a wedding, and I know there now is a lottery, so she will use a random number generator to decide who gets in. I hope really that I get in, because I have never had any of those dyers yarn, and I've seen Fiber Nymph in person. The yarn. I've never met the dyer. But I really would love some Lollipop, and if you have ever tried getting their yarn, you understand how difficult it is. You have to stalk her Etsy shop, and within 5 minutes it can be gone. And same with Fiber Nymph and another Crafty Girl. Most of the time the very popular colors are just gone. And it's a very good cause for it goes to the wounded veterans. I mean, they fight for our country. That's all you gotta say. So if you're interested, go head over there and join the lottery. There will be a wait list as well. I'm sorry, my cat is being really loud right now. Well, that's all I have this week anyway. So thank you for checking me out and or coming back. If you could join the Ravelry group, that'd be great. And I'm still working on getting uploaded to Blip. They're having some issues with my podcast. I don't know why. But I'll be back next Sunday. Bye.